Hello, friends and true believers. Your favorite cult leader slash comic book artist here, Chris Machete Cochran, and my best buddy, Brenton Wynn Donnelly III. What's going on, my friend?
The 8th now.
The eighth, Brenton.
Let's go with the 8th. We added a couple of numerals to the
Brenton
end
the 8th. Right
That's
on. It's
right.
good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you. So,
Sounds more regal.
yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that. We're going to talk today about aliens in the oceans, but it turns out maybe they're not the aliens we are. This is what we were told from Congress about aliens living in the ocean last night. Let's check this out, man. Have you seen?
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen this, Brent?
I saw a clip of it yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out so we can set the precedence here.
The report to Congress details in detail various UAPs, including spheres, orbs, discs, saucers, ovals, triangles, boomerang, arrowhead, and irregular organic. The report describes various incidents found in the human intelligence databases. One involved orbs surrounding and forcing an F-22 out of its patrol area. In another incident, the crew of a Navy aircraft carrier watched a small orange-red sphere rapidly descend from a high altitude of 100 to 200 yards directly above the flight deck of the CVN, or aircraft carrier. And since my reporting on this immaculate constellation last month, another source came forward who told me that they saw a roughly 13-minute-long, high-definition, full-color video of a white orb UAP coming out of the ocean approximately 20 miles off the coast of Kuwait. It was filmed from a helicopter. Then halfway through the video, the person said the orb is joined by another orb that briefly comes into the frame from the left before rapidly moving again out of the frame. The person discovered the video on SIPR, the Secure Internet Protocol Router Network, which the DoD uses to transmit classified information. A leading UAP researcher who utilizes the Freedom of Information Act to find out what the government knows, John Greenwald, told me last year that the U.S. government had been increasingly denying his requests for UAP information. He has been doing FOIA requests for 27 years and has an archive of 3 million pages. The government has for decades denied any interest in UFOs, he told me, but the documents that he has assembled show that behind the scenes it was a completely different story. Contrary to the hopes of many advocates of transparency, the government has been restricting more information since the leak of 3 UAP videos in 2017. The DoD organization AARO has been labeling many documents with a B7 exemption, which Greenwald says does not make any sense. The report to Congress details in detail various UAPs.
Yeah. Pretty rad.
All right. Yeah, that's one sec. There we go. Okay, so now they're saying that they're coming from the ocean. So yeah, so it's they're saying there's aliens, there's UFOs coming from the ocean. So
well, I mean, there's a substantial amount of people that believe that octopus are aliens.
Well, they have, what do they have, like 3 hearts and 9 brains or something like that?
Incredible. And how they if you ever get stuck in like a octopus thread on TikTok, you're doomed because they'll like do a little like a little bottle and put a little something in the bottom of the bottle and try to get this octopus, and it can figure out. It just takes a moment to figure out how to get into it, and then it can squeeze into this little area, and it's what do you call it? It camouflages itself. It's as close to an alien, I would say, that we would have. And the funny thing is have you ever tried octopus before?
Oh yeah, calamari. Yeah, it's good.
So, but actual octopus with the tentacles and everything, like they serve it in like Greece and they serve it in some of these other places. It's a delicate, it's delicacy. But I used to tour with some people that would be like, I'm not putting that into me because I don't know if it's gonna alien morph and come out of my chest.
Funny
because people think because they
it's
they
dead. It's dead.
But
I could see if it was alive, maybe, but if it's dead, nah.
People think they can regenerate. It's awesome theory just on that. So
yeah, the way they camouflage themselves. So if there was a imagine if we could do that. If we could just walk along and go up to a bush and go and camouflage into it, nobody'd see us, right? Like Predator kind of thing, almost. That would be pretty wild. That would be pretty wild. So cool. So it does make sense, though, because their ships would be able to go into space, so hence they'd be able to go down underwater. Yeah. We have not been able to explore, not even close to the full capacity of what is down there, so they could hide down there. I mean, they would stay hidden from us, or any kind of detection devices or something like that, not only from us but maybe from other planets. So a home base under the sea, way at the bottom in Earth, is a great little home base, I would think, and coming and going from here, that goes as well as what under Antarctica as well, right? Sorry, I got these new buds that are not working out.
Plus, if you see, like, there are some videos of that were caught last year a few years ago when they had the BP oil spill, and then when they had when they were searching for this thing that the Titanic sub and stuff. There was some videos of some like pretty evil looking things,
right,
that have come from the bottom, and people are like, wow, that's living down there. Like, the depth, the super depths of the ocean.
Yeah, you don't know. We don't know what's down there. That's the cool thing about it. And there's some
Incredible.
untapped potential down there, right? And especially under Antarctica. Antarctica is a whole other story, though. Wow. But so again, so moving on with it, it does make sense, though. All right. So secondly, though, what I wanted to talk, do you think they're Christians? Do you think they're Jehovah's Witnesses? Do you think they have religion?
The actual aliens itself.
Yeah, well, if there are aliens down under the ocean there, and they've been there, and they've got this huge scene going on, do you think they're Christians or Jehovah's Witnesses or
no,
any
I think
other
they
religion?
have their own. I think they have their own thing going on.
So you think they do have religion, though?
There has to be, because, I mean, there has to be some kind of hierarchy of something, because why are they exploring other planets?
Right.
So why are we exploring other planets?
Right.
We're exploring other planets to potentially inhabitate them.
They could be our hierarchy, and then there's another one out there that's theirs, maybe somewhere, right?
Sure, like they're kind of like, I'm a believer that each sort of race and religion,
there's a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish. So the idea being that, if they are, I mean, you can take it back to the Mayans, we can take it back to ancient alien theory. It's like there seems to be two sides of it, which is like, we're going to help you develop this planet, and you mess this thing up, and we're going to wipe you off the planet.
Right.
The giants didn't work. But we built these incredible structures with sticks and stones. Sure, you did. There seems to be sort of like a hierarchy amongst that.
Yeah, I'm still a firm believer that if the pyramids, I don't know if that the pyramids were made to get free energy to everybody, and I believe that's how they powered the lights underneath all those pyramids, man. But anyway, that's another story.
That's a whole other thing. But I think there's a hierarchy. Yeah.
So do you think they have to pay taxes and stuff like that too? Do you think they're taxing each other down there?
I think there's I think the point that needs to be brought up is, what is the currency? It's not.
Yeah. Do they even have currency? Right.
How do you build a ship?
Is there crime? Do they have a jail? Can you imagine if there's like serial killer aliens down there? I don't know. That's a whole story there. I'm gonna have to talk to John about that.
There's a whole thing about currency amongst the aliens.
Right. That's a wild one. That's a whole. I would like to know that kind of thing. But also, like, so at the end of all this, man. All right. Again, it's the government, the people that we don't trust, right? Where's your photographs of this? These guys, the Congress. Where's your photographs of this? Like, give us some really good photos. Give us some good video footage. Quit yapping your mouth, and when they're yapping, all I'm thinking is how expensive a bag of chips is, my friend. You know what I mean?
I think, didn't I sent you this the other day, and it was like how there's going to be this first space hotel,
right?
So there's going to be a space hotel that's going to be up and running in a few years. Let me find it here. Just 1 second.
That'd be super cool.
But the idea is like,
I'd love to vacation on the moon.
It's literally this here. You see this here?
Oh, wow. So that's like, wait, that's from 2001 Space Odyssey.
But what does that say right there?
First ever space hotel slated to be operating by 2027. And we literally just want healthcare.
So yes, to your point, it's like the focus on the other side is like, great, but like, show us the aliens,
show us the money, my friend. I think
it would blow. You and I have talked about this before. I think like they're skirting it from the standpoint of like, we'll give you enough info that will not cause total and utter anarchy. Because if we actually show you what we're seeing, it could completely disrupt the world, because there is just so many people that, religious or otherwise, that have there's two takes. There's like the religious that believe that God and that created the aliens, so it doesn't matter that there's aliens. But then there's the other people that think that how could that be? How could there be? And it's those people that would lose their minds about.
Maybe they need to lose their minds, my friend.
I'm with you. I'm like, let's
Open
show it
your
all.
mind.
Let's show it all.
We all need a guato.
Let's show.
You know what a guato is?
Absolutely, I remember that.
Open your mind. We all need a guato. We do. Okay, that was cool. Thanks for joining me on that one, Brent, and thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'd love to hear other people's opinion, especially on like, do you think they're religious? Do you think they pay taxes? What do you think their whole setup's like? Do they listen to music? Like, is it snake jazz?
Like when they build a big giant ship, like in Spaceballs, like like when they build a big giant spaceship, does that like change their GDP or put them in inflation?
Right, like okay, we got to raise the taxes, Anyway, I'd like to hear from our folks watching. Thanks for checking in again. It's been a while since we had a show. We got a wrestling show coming up. You can watch that in another video. But all right, thanks, Brent, for tuning in. Thanks for the audience for tuning in. Good times.
Rad dudes.
Awesome.